Hello there, this is Penumbra Overture, and I will be playing it in between Stalker sessions, or in between editing them and putting them out. I thought, why not have a few things going on at once so that it's not just me doing nothing and then, being slow with editing them and releasing them. It's coming along okay. It's just kind of... The problem is, the last one, I had to really cut out a lot because I just ended up getting really frustrated at this one part, and I didn't want it to become me getting disgruntled. I think that's kind of cheap, and I want the game to kind of speak for itself rather than me being overbearing as a narrator or really as an editor. I like the game, and I don't want to upstage it, I guess. But yeah, this game is sort of a precursor to Amnesia. Not as heavily Lovecraftian as Amnesia, but sort of inspired by Lovecraft. It's made by the same people, of course, Frictional Games, and this was their very first game. And it's very flawed, as I discovered playing it. This is actually a re-recording because I ended up messing up the audio levels. So I'm just doing another intro. It's flawed, but it's the beginning of something beautiful, I guess. Amnesia is one of the best games I've played in recent memory, and it caused me to go back and replay this one. I never got through this one for some reason. I just gave up. But I'm here to play through the whole thing and hopefully offer something insightful. It's always nice when you have someone recording and drinking crap. So, the intro I'm going to play for you right now. Turn up the audio a little bit. Because it blasted over me. It was like a battle for who gets the loudest narration, and I'm also going to play the first level for you. Wait, no! I messed up. God damn it. Alright, I'm just going to let you listen to this, and then talk a little bit after.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. But he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Alright, so basically the premise is, if you didn't get it from there, you find some information in a safety deposit box that your father instructs you to burn, but you don't, and it leads you to this very doomed expedition to northern Greenland or southern Greenland. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention when I played it, and I kept referring to it as the Arctic. So this pretty much means it's the worst Let's Play ever. It's more of an experiment, really. I mean, there were a lot of problems with it in terms of balancing audio and sort of articulating myself, I guess. And I still have a lot to learn. Bunch of crap here. Your wife is like, when you come back, we're going to do this, which further proves that you are never going to come back, I'm guessing. You also have some soup, which isn't Campbell's soup, but it's soup. And you got Shark Jaw, which foreshadows the level where you fight a magical flying shark. Alright, so this was the intro, I guess, and enjoy this flawed and rambling little playthrough that doesn't have any editing, actually, so it's sort of just me playing through it for fun, for funsies. It's not just me goofing around and god damn it, cannot talk for more than 5 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go make sure this didn't overwrite my save file. It's kind of a far way to go in a short amount of time, from boat to wilderness. I think we need a rock. Alright. Go, go, go! Here we go. Down the hatch. One thing I have to give Frictional Games credit for is their beautiful sound design. Just so creepy and atmospheric. That was like the best part of Amnesia. Just hearing the monsters lumbering around in the distance. Oh yeah, I remember the combat. Yeah, they ditched this around the second game, I think. Kinda nice how he recalls to himself how to swing a hammer.
feel like the dude from Old Boy. Only without the... Well, I don't want to spoil it. Take the flare. Come on. Alright, I guess not. Or I have to put that away. Yeah, I guess they made the combat bad so that you'd be less encouraged to try to fight anything. Like, it's more about providing an emotional response than being able to fight monsters. It's kind of what's ruined horror games. You know, lately, like, we always have, like, an assault rifle. When you're playing these games, it just deflates the horror. Like Dead Space. What's down this way? Oh no. We get lost in a... Oh no. Hold on a second, I'm gonna... No, I want it like this. That's good. I want to explore a little more. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I don't want any part of that. I mean, I know I'm gonna have to go down there later, but... that's a shame. Get in there. Get in the... Okay, I guess... This text is... I always like the text on these loading screens. I like how he's reminding himself how to hide. I don't know about him, but I know I'm crouching when I'm crouched, not when I see blue tint. But hey, I mean, whatever works best for you. Love the soundtrack too. It's a bit overbearing, but it's kind of gloomy and atmospheric, creepy. Alright. I don't like that sound. Oh. This is the loudest floor I've ever stepped on. Alright, we won't go down there just yet. Painkillers. Uh-oh. It's a save point, I think. Come on. There we go. No! Alright. Oh, this is the big spider part. If you're playing... stop that. Stop it. Yeah, if you thought that Amnesia was missing spiders, like if that was your favorite thing and Amnesia didn't have it, well, it's because Frictional already did it. Spiders are my favorite thing. I don't like it. That's pleasant. What's tunneled through? Giant spiders, perhaps. Where I'm going. Ow. I'm bad at this game. How is someone bad at Penumbra? Alright. Let's try not to screw this up. Okay. Spiders are too tasty. Watch in the dark. They amount to an illegible scrawl. If all fails, I am never recovered. I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with these fascinating creatures, will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this new rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. It's a charming thought. Getting eaten by spiders. Uh-oh. Well, I've died twice. Do I still have my notes? Oh. Aha. There we go. It's a useful tool. Well, this game is also very well lit, so not like Amnesia where it's like you need a lantern in order to keep your sanity. I don't think this game has a sanity meter. See, the glow stick's actually kind of brighter than the flashlight, so there's really no reason to use it. I don't know what that did. So yeah, there's some flaws. Just right off the bat, you can kind of see something's wrong with it. But it was their first game, and it was the beginning of a beautiful thing. And I cannot wait for a Machine for Pigs. That game just looks revolting. I mean, there's nothing good that can come of a Machine for Pigs. I've never heard about a machine regarding pigs that was pleasant. The trailer had, like, horrible pig people who squeal. Interesting thing about pig squealing is that it is the single worst sound ever. And I hate it. And I'm probably gonna hate that game. I kind of hate Amnesia. I hate it for being so goddamn just terrifying. And it makes you feel bad too. Just that, like, that prison level where you have to listen to people getting tortured for like an hour. That was one of the least pleasant things I've ever seen or heard. Just an intense game, like on top of scaring you, it just makes you feel bad. I don't like it. Okay, that's not working. Get up there, you. Sweet. This seems like a good idea. Aww. I think you can eat the beef jerky. I don't like it. Should keep him out. Feels like I'm opening a real drawer. Day 200. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory not too long ago. Their behavior has become overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. Oh, I just opened the door to their lair. That's nice. The The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of an anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself is elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I do those all the time. There was a thick glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxic ingestion. After another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last century, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I originally was fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred. Blocking any further progress, I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I still hear my aggressive little friend scratching on the door to my cell. Ooh. Wondering if I should act these out. Or if I should, like, just read them straight. I don't want to keep silent for, like, 40 seconds, because that's just boring. Ah! His tongue. Sweet. Spider. Ugh. I think we're done here. Well, because... I love that carving. Well, because spiders are my favorite thing, this room was my favorite thing.